Nicole and it's another First Alert Weather Day.
It certainly is. Do you like my all the single layers?
That was very clever.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But you have to do this when you say it.
Oh, all the single layers?
All the single layers.
We want to have multiple layers on today because it is cold out there.
I know. And speaking of layers, I love this.
Oh, thank you.
It's an oldie but a goodie,
It's an oldie that now fits. I was very excited. Yesterday I went into the closet and then I came out, as I did years ago. But then I put this jacket on and I said, oh my God, it actually fits.
Great.
So
I remember when you got that.
You remember? Seriously?
I do, yeah.
It's got to be 7
or 8 years ago?
At least.
Yeah. And you wore that as the Joker.
I wore, exactly.
I don't know if anyone remembers that. If you do, email us.
Exactly.
I'm going to try and find a picture.
All right. You're going to need all your winter gear if you have to be outside today. Let me tell you, it is cold out there. Today, First Alert Weather Day, today and tomorrow, cold and wind, gusts 40 to 50. We had 52-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the state yesterday. We're expecting a repeat today. So the morning wind chills were in the single digits this morning, and then the afternoon wind chills between 5 and 15. All right, there's a wind advisory in effect for northern Litchfield. Everybody should be playing along. I'm not quite sure why the National Weather Service hasn't extended this, but I don't make those decisions. First Alert Live Radar, the only live radar in Connecticut scanning dry. Futurecast is really not a lot going on it. So for the rest of today, we're talking about temperatures only in the mid to upper 20s, but with the wind, it makes it feel substantially colder. You got to bundle up. Here's your 3-day forecast. First Alert Weather Day today, First Alert Weather Day tomorrow, with a dangerous combination of cold and wind, and then Friday, a little bit more seasonable and breezy with temperatures in the mid-30s. That's pretty close to average. 36 is the normal high for this time of year, so we're going to get back to normal. And then we're talking about some light snow for Saturday. Doesn't look like a major blockbuster.
Okay.
But of course, we'll have more information on that coming up on Eyewitness News at noon.
And that's why you're saying all the single layers.
All the single layers.
There you go.
You need multiple layers. All right, and as we've been saying all day today, you're going to have to be safe outside.
Warming centers and shelters are busy as well on another day of potentially dangerous temperatures on tap. And your reporter, Luke Hydash, is in Vernon with the top things to keep in mind before you head outdoors.
This here behind me is the Cornerstone Shelter in Vernon, Rockville. It's open year-round, but particularly during these cold snaps is when they get a lot of people coming in needing help, and that is true across Connecticut because it is just downright dangerous to be outside for too long. It's been a while since we've had cold like this. It's easy to forget just how frigid it can feel. It's important to not spend too much time outside. Cover up as much bare skin as you can, and the big one, layer and layer up, especially important to protect yourself against frostbite and hypothermia.
We wear coats, gloves. I bring a blanket.
I would say that in general, the recommendation would be 3 or 4 layers. So a very good base layer, a good mid layer, and then either a warm jacket on the outside.
Know the signs of hypothermia, too. If you get dizzy, if you get nauseous, you could need help. Good news, Hartford Hospital says it hasn't had any uptick in hypothermia or frostbite cases this week while we've been experiencing this cold weather. Your reporter in Vernon, Luke Hydash, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Nicole, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is this?
That is a phone which needs to have the WFSB weather app on it. If you don't already have it, download it today. It's free. You get the latest forecast, any storm warnings, if something's heading your way, and it's personalized too.
It is.
It will literally tell you when it's snowing, say in your hometown, if you program it as the home base.
It's incredible.
It's awesome. And I've even traveled with it.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I've gotten
it's like
alerts.
lightning is near your location.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in Florida.
I know. It's so helpful.
Yeah, it
so
really is.
Get
It's
that
great.
today.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime. And in just a couple of hours, a brand new legislative session will be starting at the state capitol.
Yeah, it all kicks off with Governor Ned Lamont's State of the State address. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, reveals his priorities for the new year, things like childcare, health care, and, of course, energy.
Governor Ned Lamont will be addressing the legislature in his 7th State of the State speech. He was in the House chamber practicing that speech. There are 20 new House members this year and a little blue bag on their desk.
There is something new this year. Each state representative here in the House chamber will get a gift bag. So what's in these gift bags? Well, some sweets and some toiletries, things like soap and mouthwash and chapstick, all very essential for the upcoming long legislative session.
A little birdie told me you may have something to do with that.
Yeah, we try to give people a welcoming bag, not unlike you'd get at a wedding. This is just a 6-month-long wedding, perhaps.
On opening day, everyone gathers for the governor's speech, and then the honeymoon may be over. Lawmakers have to adopt a balanced budget for the next 2 years and pass important legislation. Connecticut has a $4.5 billion rainy day fund, which is obviously a good thing. And some lawmakers may want to spend some of it by adjusting those guardrails, measures put in place to control spending. The House Speaker says he would like to use a little money to subsidize child care. However, Republicans are against more spending. Building more housing is also a priority, but energy costs will be on everyone's agenda.
But there's a lot of this is also regional, and a lot of this is going to be also depend on what the feds do and how they want to provide energy to the country. So it's a challenge, no question about it.
It's arguably the biggest issue we're going to be facing. I know myself and the senators in our caucus, there wasn't a street that we would walk down that wasn't a hot topic of discussion with constituents.
Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And we'll have live coverage from the state of the state on Channel 3 Eyewitness News at noon.
Yeah, you can watch the entire address streaming on WFSB Plus.